Hey everyone, so this is going to be a very big Christmas themed video. Basically what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm just going to be, well, first I'm going to be giving you a few little updates about where I've been for the last couple of months, because if you're a regular viewer of mine, you may have noticed that I haven't uploaded in a little bit. But aside from that, the primary purpose of this video is to just kind of show you everything Christmas related about my pets. So basically what I'm going to be doing is just showing you any decorations in their enclosures that they may have, or anything around their enclosure that I decorated for Christmas. I'm also going to be showing you any Christmas presents that I received that have to do with my pets. And lastly, I actually am going to be giving my pets a little bit of a Christmas dinner. I'm just giving them something special that they don't always get. So I'm going to film preparing that and then giving it to them as well. Now, because there will be certain areas of this video where I'm sure some people do not care about, no hard feelings, I'm gonna put the times of each point in the video. So if you want to watch a certain point, click to that time, and then you won't have to hear me ramble about things that you don't want to hear about. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. So like I said, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you some updates. I have not uploaded a video in about 2 months, I want to say. The last one that I uploaded was me unboxing a little mini fridge that I've had for a very long time. Now, although I have not been filming videos for this channel, I've actually been filming and editing some student films for my university course, which is simply called filmmaking. I am working towards a degree in film studies, so basically I have been working on some student films. So even though I haven't been editing on here, I've been doing a ton of editing and I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I've also learned a lot that I can even apply to these videos as well. One of the films I am contemplating uploading on my channel, and I had so much fun filming it because essentially it's about my feeder insect, and I kind of made a thriller. It's nuts, I admit it. But when I first got my superworms, I was honestly really scared of them. So I made a thriller based on my superworm. And I don't want to explain too much in case I do end up uploading it, but I'm scared too. But I also really like it. So I'm like, oh, this is good. But then also, what if it's not? Like, what if it's really terrible? I'll put a poll in the iCards. It's actually on this side. Poll, iCards. Let me know. Do you want to see my student film thriller about a superworm? Let me know. So now the next little update about where me and my pets are. Now, I did not move, but then I also kind of did. So I still live with my parents. Now where I was before is I had my bedroom, and then I had my pet room where I filmed most of my videos. Now I completely took over the basement of my house, so their basement is now my little apartment. So all my pets are down here, all my stuff is down here. I only go upstairs to eat dinner. So yeah, I am in my basement now. Now the last update is a small one, and I'm not gonna go completely in depth because I made a separate video on it that I will upload in the future. But Mako has a new tank now. That is my female Betta, if you were unaware. She went from a 2.5 gallon to a 5 gallon because her 2.5 gallon broke. So that pretty much concludes the update portion. So now I'm going to go around and I'm going to show you the enclosures that have been decorated for Christmas, and then we'll be right back here to talk about the presents. So this is honestly just my Christmas tree, and yes, I admit it's not pet related, but I don't know what a Christmas decoration tour would be if I didn't show a Christmas tree. So I won't hang on this too long, but if you're ever interested in knowing what I looked like when I was 5, that's what I looked like when I was 5. So right here we have my beautiful gecko Eloise. And I didn't do anything to her enclosure. I didn't change anything because she's not a huge fan of change. It actually stresses her out to the point that she won't eat. But I did give her a little name tag. This is just a little ornament that you use chalk with, and then I used a gold chalk marker, and I wrote her name on there. So that is all that I did. Now above my fake fish tank, which is just a little bit to the left of my my leopard gecko enclosure, is I have this little nutcracker man, and I just think he looks kind of silly and also kind of awesome up there at the same time. And I just have him above my little artificial tank right here. That brings us to my crested gecko, Holly. So appropriately, I had to find something that had holly on it, and I honestly never thought it would be so hard to find something with holly on it at Christmas time, but it was. So one of the only things that I could find that had holly on it was this ornament here. So as you can see, it's just sitting up on top of there, and I just think it looks really cute. So next to holly, I have this table here, which will hopefully be home to a new pet. And I've got just this little Christmas hamster sitting right here. It's got its little Santa hat. And then I just have a string of lights going across it. And I think it just looks really pretty, especially from a distance or if the lights are off. You can see them next to each other, and I just think it looks quite nice. So right here, I have my Betta Finn, full name Finnegan, but Finn for short. Once again, just like Eloise, he has this little chalk paint, chalk name tag. It has Finn, my male Betta, and then it also has my mystery snail, Michael Jr. Then this Christmas present, little Christmas turtle, and Santa. I don't think I've ever shown this tank much before. The next video that I upload will be a setup of this tank. So here is Mako's tank, and like I did mention in the beginning, or if you skip the update part, her old tank broke, so I have this new one that is 5 gallons, so she gets double the size that she used to have, which is unfortunately due to be cleaned. I do have the water level on the lower side because the filter is a little strong for her, so when the water level is lower, hello honey, when the water level is lower, it is a lot easier for her to swim. So I just have it on the lower side there. So in here I have Acorn, my mystery snail. She has a Merry Christmas sign that I've had for so many years. A little Christmas tree that once again is many, many years old. And then I have these gems, and I decided to put those along the bottom. She has her little name tag. Mako and Finn's tank are along this bar here. And above it, along the top, I just have this beautiful garland, so I have that up there as well. But that is all of my pet-related Christmas decorations. So we are now back here, and I just showed you all of the enclosures that have been decorated for Christmas, all the little small Christmas things that I have done. I didn't do anything really extravagant. Basically, I don't like to rearrange my geckos enclosures too much because it does stress geckos out to do big changes, so any ornament changes were just on the outside. And then my fish tanks were changed as well. So now I'm going to move on to the presents. So these are all presents that I received from either my parents or other family members. Basically, I did not buy anything directly for my pets for Christmas because a lot of times when I ask for presents for Christmas, I ask for ones for my pets. So they always get things indirectly. And on top of that, I also knew that I'd probably be spending some money on them on Boxing Day. But enough with the explaining, I'm going to show you the presents. So the first thing that I got are these Flukers bamboo bars. Now, if you're looking at these and you have a reptile personally, you've probably seen these in so many YouTubers' videos. They're affordable, they are convenient, have suction cups on both ends, and they snap in place so you can put them at any direction, whether you want it across or diagonal or anything like that. But there's 2 reasons I wanted these. A, more climbing things for an arboreal reptile is never a bad thing. And secondly, because so many people had them, I shamelessly wanted to have them too. Now, the next thing that I got is the most exciting thing in the world. Like, your mind is going to be, no. It's a water hardness test kit. The reason I asked for this, confession, I have no clue what kind of water I have. I have been able to keep hard water and soft water fish alive with no problems, so I honestly have no clue what the hardness of my water is. And I feel like, as a fish keeper, I should know that. Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you is going to seem strange. But I got a playpen. Now, this is a playpen actually for pets. As you can see, there's a little kitty there. But the reason I got this is since moving into my basement, there are way too many hazards for Eloise to be let loose. And I just think, one, it would be really difficult to keep her out of all these places by blocking every single one off. And secondly, I don't want to risk her getting hurt. So I wanted to get a very large playpen. She's been really tough by, wanting to be let out, and I haven't been able to for the last maybe month or so. So now we can finally bond together again. And I missed that, and I'm sure she did as well. Now, the next item that I'm going to show you, I got a couple gift cards. Now, these gift cards have very specific items on them. Can you think about what is on this?
Which will hopefully be home to a new pet.
Anyway, I got some gift cards for PetSmart that I will be using on Boxing Day. And that leads me into the next thing that I got that I'm going to insert clips of because I cannot pick it up. And it is a 40-gallon enclosure. I am so excited about this one because even though it says for reptiles, I'm using it for a hamster. I have wanted a hamster for so long, but I just haven't got one. It never was right. It was never the right time, never the right place. I didn't necessarily want to have a hamster so in my bedroom because they're noisy, but now I have all this beautiful space and I am just so excited. With the exception of a marine tank, now that I will be getting a hamster, I've had every pet that I've ever wanted, and that is so exciting. I am just so grateful to be able to get the pets that I love and the pets that I want, because I know that a lot of people don't get that opportunity. So I am beyond excited, as we can tell by the fact that I'm just rambling. So I'm gonna move on now. This next item that I'm going to show you, I got from my cousin. It's actually from a family Secret Santa. She got me a shirt with my channel logo on it. So on the front, it has the full Betta logo. And then on the back, it has my thumbnail, just the initials, really big on the back. And I just thought this was so cool. I'm a somebody now. I have merch. Okay, not really. But I just thought it was so cool. So you might catch me wearing this in quite a few of my videos. Now, my sister works in marketing and she actually created this logo for me. I have a shirt with my own name on it. And it's I don't know, it just makes this channel so official now that I have merch, even if it's only for me. So now that I've given you updates, showed you my decor, and showed you all of the presents that I received, now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to make some Christmas treats for my geckos. So let's go and start preparing it. Hi, and welcome to Christmas Cooking with Sydney. Today, we're going to be making assorted bug mush and also some liquefied gelled algae. And we're also going to use giant caterpillar-like worms. Yum! So this is everything that I'm going to be using to make Holly's Christmas dinner. So basically I have my water. This is the same water that I use for misting his enclosure, so I know that it has been dechlorinated. I've got the meal replacement powder, which he eats pretty much every 3 days or so. Here are my mealworms. They're nice and gut-loaded. Here is just a small little bit of bug burger. This is just a little cap that I use to put everything in. Little measuring spoon, toothpick for stirring, and these tweezers for the mealworms. Moving over, I just have the algae here. Now this is literally just to feed my snails. That's nothing special, but it's feeding, so I figured I'd include it today. And then in here, I just have my hornworm for Eloise. So that was all for today. This was quite a long video, and I'm aware of that. If you watched all of the parts, thank you. And if you only watched one of the parts, also thank you. It's very exciting for me to be back filming just a regular sit down and talk kind of video. But if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you got any substantial or even small pet related gifts, or if you got your pets anything for Christmas, leave it down in the comments down below. I'd love to read them and see what all of our beautiful pets have been spoiled with this holiday season. Once again, make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And that is all for today. Hope to see you again soon. Bye!